My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 22nd, 2024. It is 1:16 a.m. It took me a while to put the list together because I was not on Twitter yesterday. So there's a possibility I might do at least 3 videos tonight because there's a lot of videos. So I probably need to listen and comment on. And then there are some tweets regarding suits that I do not want to put over here on this channel. So depending on how I feel and how quickly I'm able to do the videos, I might do another video for PYTE. So the suit videos tweets will be on PYTE, and there's a tweet that I came across regarding Commonwealth. So I'm gonna put that on PYTE. So let me grab the first link. And I should not be recording tonight because I'm still on recording on March 20th video. This is the second video that I should be editing, and it's about an hour long. That's gonna take me all night to edit, so I should not be recording at all. But if I leave those tweets pile up, by the time I get to them again, new nonsense from the UK is coming and they seem irrelevant, so I might as well record them. I have to keep in mind majority of my viewers are not on Twitter. That's the thing I need to keep on reminding myself when I've already seen the discussion myself, but you who's watching my videos are not on Twitter, so you're not gonna see some of those discussion if I don't record them. Okay, even though I schedule them, you probably will see them God knows when. But anyway, let me not talk too much. This is my background. Oh my goodness, I finally hit the 200. It crossed over. But okay, so these are the numbers. 3,863 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue $205.64. When I finish record, I'm gonna come back here and reset this to see if it stays under 200. Okay, so analytics, there's the numbers. In the last 48 hours, 2,603 views in the last 48 hours. So what happened here? Okay, so there's that. So let's go on Twitter. There's a lot going on, and mostly discussion, nothing new. The only thing that's new was the filing of Harry calling for the first time Murdoch's name is on the papers, the court filing. So that I've already recorded. I'm done with that. So these are the residuals, the discussion afterward. So I came across this, and I need to post that on my community board as well, but I just came across it. So this is the first tweet, okay, from Omid. Attorney David Sherburne told the High Court that an article published when Harry was 10 contained unlawfully obtained, quote, information relating to his welfare, his relationship with his mother, Princess Diana, behind the scenes, and her state of mind. Okay, so I have this article open, so let's check it out. The link will be in the description. News of the World publisher unlawfully obtained private information on Harry from age 9, lawyer says. Court hears alleged unlawful activity was known about, encouraged, and concealed by those in position of responsibility. That is very important. Those who were in position of responsibility. That also, Charles is in that category as well, because Charles was his father. And he is still his father. Nothing changed. Okay, I understand at the age of 9, Princess Diana was still alive, but after Princess Diana passed, and for this relentless attack on Harry as a child, Charles should have done something. Okay, so this is now where Harry is an adult. He's going back. Things that should have been dealt with, and whoever did him wrong should have been prosecuted long time ago and done with, so the continuation of this practice will not happen again. Because if they had put a stop to it, can you imagine Caroline Flack, who knows how many other people those papers have done, which I'm not aware of, who probably commit suicide. These things would not have happened if, what did they use, people in position of responsibility did something about those kind of things. Okay, so let's see what this article said. And by the way, when I review some of the topic regarding Harry calling Murdoch to court, I didn't read all of the documents. It was 127 page, and one I believe had either 21 or 27 page. Is different document, but the links, I'll look for the links and put them in the description here as well, so you guys could check it yourself. But in past videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos, I have those. Okay, so let's continue. Oh, I was gonna say it's not that long, but it's pretty lengthy. So there's that here. Prince Harry experienced, quote, overwhelmingly intrusion, end quote, into his private life from the age of 9 thanks to unlawful activity by the publisher of the defunct News of the World, the High Court has heard. The Duke of Sussex is suing News Group newspaper NGN over, quote, a number of unlawful acts, end quote, allegedly carried out by its publication, The News of the World and The Sun, spanning 3 decades. Oh my God. Harry, 39, is one of several high-profile figures taking legal action against the publisher over claims of unlawful information gathering, including the use of private investigators. Okay, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking, no, that's not the same as the phone hacking, is it? He won the phone hacking. Let's review. Let's go back. Memory lane. He won his phone hacking case. And then after he won his phone hacking case, the judge said he could review, if he get permission from the government to view the Levin inquiry, he could pursue more. So I'm assuming this is after he won the phone hacking and he has viewed the Levin inquiry, and now this is based on new filing. That's what I'm getting from this. Let me see the date of this. When was that? March 21st, 2024, yesterday. So that's recent. I believe it is making reference to an amendment that was filed. I believe it's called Re-amended Generic Particulars of Concealment and Destruction. Okay, so it dated March 10, 2017, I think. I could be wrong. Please do not take my word from it. I read a lot of court documents, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think it has to do with that. And then what's happening is that Murdoch's attorney is preventing Harry's lawyer from inserting new information into a filing that's already been filed. Okay, so that's that. Okay. The company denies the accusation with a trial scheduled for January next year. Harry's barrister have previously told the court that NGN unlawfully gathered information on him from 1996 to 2011, which included details of interaction with his family and the relationship with his former partner, Chelsea Davy. Unlawful activity allegedly encouraged and concealed by news bosses. But in court documents for a hearing on Thursday, lawyer David Sherburne said that several further Sun and News of the World articles dating from 1994 to 2016 showed evidence of unlawful activity. It was claimed that some of these came from NGN unlawfully intercepting phone calls of Diana, Princess of Wales, and Charles when he was the Prince of Wales and his now wife Camilla Parker Bowles. Oh my lord. That's what I was saying. Charles, who was position of what was the term they use again? Position of responsibility. He didn't do what was supposed to do. And considering Charles' position, okay, a prince, the future, but now he is the monarch, things that he could have done, but he didn't do it. And then the worst thing is, that's his son. That is Charles' son. Oh. Okay, so let's continue. This had, quote, the inevitable and or intended consequence, end quote, of revealing private information about Harry, the court was told. Sherborne told the hearing in London's Rolls Building that one article, which was the product of unlawful activity published when the Duke was aged 10, contained, quote, information relating to his welfare, his relationship with his mother, Princess Diana, behind the scenes, and her state of mind, end quote. The activity was said to be, quote, known about, encouraged, and concealed by those in position of responsibility, end quote, at NGN, including former News of the World editor Piers Morgan. His name is there. Wow. It allegedly continued. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Okay. I clicked on it. So that's the part about Piers Morgan. Okay. Whew, I thought. But anyway, at NGN, including former News of the World editor Piers Morgan. It allegedly continued until 2016 when 2 articles were published about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex at the start of their relationship. Sherborne said in court, quote, what is said is that in 2016, the defendant instructed one of its regular private investigators in the United States. Wow. What we say he did was obtain private information in the form of a report about the Duke of Sussex then new girlfriend Meghan Markle in order to obtain new information about their relationship for the purpose of publication in The Sun. There's a video that's going around regarding I might have it on the list, but let's continue. Let me see something. Yes, I did have it. This is the one that I'm making reference to. So I will share this tweet after I finish with the omid one from the article. So this is the one that I was making reference to. Okay, so I just changed it on the list. Okay, so let's continue with the article. I'm sorry. Right. What we said, I'll read that again. The report allegedly included the Duchess' mobile number and social security number, which was unlawfully obtained, quote, and the full knowledge, end quote, of NGN, the court was told. Barrister for Harry and the other individuals have applied to the High Court to add the new information to the Duke's legal challenge and to update part of the individual's case. So I think on one of yesterday's recording, somewhere I read where the Murdoch's attorney was asking the judge to prevent for those documents to be updated. Like what I'm reading right now. For instance, they probably just got these information from the Levin inquiry. So they want to insert these information into the previous filing. And then now what we're hearing as well is Rupert Murdoch's lawyers, attorneys, or barristers, I should say, are preventing or arguing that the judge should not allow these updated information to be inserted into the court documents. You could understand. Okay, so now that they have new information, so it's not benefiting to Rupert, so you could understand why they're saying that. But at the same time, we need to take into consideration, after the phone hacking case, the judge had said they could pursue more, after they won their phone hacking, with other information that they get from Levin inquiry, but it has to be approved from the government, which is what Harry got. He got approval from the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, to view the Levin inquiry. So in my humble opinion, I think this is a green light for Harry. Okay? So we shall see how that goes. Let's continue. The barrister for Harry and the other individuals have applied to the High Court to add the new information to the Duke's legal challenge and to update parts of the individual's case. Mr. Justice Fancourt previously told Harry that he could not pursue claim of phone hacking by NGN, okay, but could continue his case concerning unlawful information gathering. So this, I think this was part of that. There's a link to this. I'm not gonna read it, but I'll click on it to get the links for you, okay? So there's that here, to get the links for you. And I think this is what I was making reference to, okay? So this is for you to read. I'm not gonna read it. So let's get back to this, the phone hacking thing. The Duke was told he could not rely on alleged... There's the part that I was making reference to. Perfect. The Duke was also told he could not rely on alleged secret agreement between the royal family and senior executive working for Rupert Murdoch as part of his case. But Sherburne said on Thursday that evidence of phone hacking remained plainly probative of unlawful information gathering by other means, which was the modus operandi of how these journalists work. Wow. Okay. That's also another way to prevent Harry from mentioning the deal that his brother made and pretty much exclude the royal family into this, I think, in my humble opinion. New claims from Prince Harry are scurrilous and cynical attack, publisher said. Barrister for NGN have told the court that updating the case is wholly unnecessary. That's the part where I was saying for Murdoch. Unnecessary and positively undesirable, describing the new information as designed to grab headlines. Yeah, I mean, you can understand why they will say that. They want to win, but when you look at it, it needs to be updated. So this is, after reading this is an uphill battle again for Harry. In writing submission, Anthony Hudson Casey, representing the publisher, said the Duke's updated case was wholly different in nature to the claims currently made. Well, new information have arrived. Okay. He said the new set of allegations lack any proper particulars of elementary matters required to be pleaded, namely the information allegedly obtained by NGN, the means by which that information was allegedly obtained, by whom and when, and the basis in which such obtaining instituted a misuse of claimant's private information or a breach of his confidence. He continued, quote, NGN will have to engage in extensive investigations of entirely new allegations concerning new time period and different individuals, journalists, information, alleged act, forms of wrongdoing, and or cause of actions. End quote. A spokesperson for the company said on Wednesday that it had made a reverse apology in 2011 to victims of phone hacking at the News of the World and has since been paying damages to those who were the victim of wrongdoing. So if you don't think you did anything wrong, you didn't do anything wrong, why are you paying people off? They said that it had also paid damages in cases against the Sun where there were good commercial reasons without accepting liability. But they said that the updated claims were scurrilous and cynical attacks on current and former staff, which should be viewed with considerable caution. They said, quote, the attempt to add the amendment now has nothing to do with seeking compensation for victims of phone hacking or unlawful information gathering. I would like to see the original. They are irrelevant to the fair and just determination of claims. Mr. Justice Fancourt is expected to rule on whether new information can be included at a later date following the conclusion of the hearing on Friday. A lot of money gonna be paying on. We shall see. We shall see. Because there's the big shots, the heads of the heads are being named. Okay, so all of these, I'm gonna put the link in the description for you, and that as well. I'm not gonna, oh, what is that? Piers Morgan. He didn't say anything, just his name. So forget that one. Oh, so it's just other articles about him. Okay, so I'll leave it. You guys could check them out. Okay, back to Twitter. Let's read some of the comments. This is heartbreaking. This is why he'll do everything in his power to protect his babies. Wow, they started bullying and hounding this man from age 10. Lord, they are evil. UK journalists who were involved in this are sadists to treat child like this. OMG, this is so sad. 10 years old. I'm close to Diana's age. Live in Europe and 5 months in London. We knew, the media knew. Folks like Piers Morgan are making me sick nowadays. Harry is his mother's son. Bravo. This kind of stuff is why I think they ought to get rid of the monarchy. It does things psychologically to a person that we cannot imagine. I will imagine anyone in this kind of position will have a complicated idea of us, and that on one hand, we care deeply when his mother, oh wow. Where is it? Okay, we care deeply when his mother died, and basically all mutually mourn her and celebrate her good qualities. But we also take private things that do not belong to us. We interfere because we want every piece of them, because they aren't people, they are symbol. We insert meaning into when they are just a person in the world trying to live their life in a way that maximizes their joy and minimizes their pain. And we come along and say, no, you belong to us, you don't belong to your mother when you are a child. This is what I was saying, not in this video, but in other videos. When Charles married Princess Diana, I believe well, not only he didn't love Princess Diana, but he did it and said, this is for the firm. You want me to do this, to impregnate her, to have her heir for the firm. Okay, I'll do it, but there's no feeling behind anything, behind the kids. Even William, look what William is going through right now. He just took a step back. He said he's sick. If he's sick, okay, I'm sorry for not trusting them because they lie too much. But he's like, okay, you want me to do this? Okay, I'll do it for the firm's sake. But for him, no, it's the side piece that he has with him. All right? There's no stop. And he's the, I don't know. He's the monarch. He's not saying a damn thing. Okay, and in the son, the one that's going to the heir is his split image, not image, split personalities. And we come along and say, no, you belong to us. You don't belong to your mother when you are a child. You don't belong to yourself. You are ours. And that will always happen when you make someone a prince or a princess, like when Princess Anne got kidnapped. If she wasn't a princess, no one would bother to kidnap her. Likewise, also, these people have to be very wary of any individuals, even close friends, all the time, because they can turn on you on a dime, and that's true, and phone up a tabloid and get paid loads of money for information or picture. Let them be free. That's true. I agree with this person. And also, this is why Harry and Meghan are very protective of who they let in their circle. Alright, so let's, come on, get off my screen. Okay, so that's that. Where was I? I just read this, and this is the last one. Mind you, monarchy fans call Harry a traitor because he wrote Spare. His life has been sold in the newspapers since he was little, but telling his truth is what bothers them. It will be recalled that William sleeps with these media and said that his mother was paranoid. Nasty. I can't. Alright, so let's go to the next one that I said I was gonna share with you. Let me pause and make, do I have it open? Okay, so this is the next one. The private investigator admitted that he was hired by the Sun newspaper to get dirt on Meghan. This is the same Sun newspaper that is advocating for Kate Middleton, aka Princess of Wales, privacy. Let's see here. Okay, the claim is already set to be taken up to 2016, but the prince also seeks to add a new allegation to his claim relating to his wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Sherborne added, okay, so that's from the part that I was just reading, okay, from the article. All right, so you could pause and finish read it. It's the video part that I want to share with you. All right.
The Sun hired an American private investigator to obtain personal and private data on Meghan Markle and her father, Thomas Markle. The PI then sold illegally obtained data to the Sun, though the paper denies knowing that it was gotten illegally. The Sun immediately tasked notorious Los Angeles-based PI Dan Dano Hanks to mine Meghan's data after news broke in October 2016 that she was seeing Prince Harry. Hanks obtained her social security number by deception, a criminal offence in the US as it is in the UK. Hanks also stole the data of Meghan's half-brother, her mother Doria Ragland, her ex-husband and 2 rumoured former boyfriends. The same day, a secret dossier with this ill-gotten information and Meghan's mobile phone number.
The rumoured boyfriend, they said 2 rumoured boyfriend, I assume Rex, Simon Rex is probably one of those, and they went after him. They tried to pay him $70,000 to lie about Meghan, and he didn't take it. All right, so that's that.
Numbers and addresses was emailed by Hanks to his handler James Beale, the US editor of The Sun. Byline Investigates has seen an invoice for $2,000 for the work sent by Hanks to the Sun's London HQ and a remittance advice note proving that he was paid at least $750 for the information on 11 members of Meghan's family and friends.
Wow.
In his exclusive interview, Hanks described Meghan's social security number as a key identifier beyond the reach of legal searches, which would enable other PIs to dig deeper into confidential records, opening up all the other private data held on US government and state databases.
My God.
The Vietnam veteran drove to the LA houses of Meghan and her father to photograph the properties so that the Sun could commission specialist reporters and photographers to mount a stakeout of each.
This is freaking crazy as you listen to this. This is crazy. It's like they're treating her like a freaking criminal to look about all her abouts and private information. Go to, oh my God. This is crazy. And scary. Wow. But let's continue.
The very next day, James Beale, along with the paper's then royal correspondent Emily Andrews, wrote the first story about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry ever to appear in The Sun. The story contained the first fruits of Hanks' dossier, as The Sun had obtained a quote from Meghan's niece Ashley Friedman, whose contact details were among the data that Hanks had sold. The Sun has never admitted ever having illegally obtained such information from any private investigator, and denies doing so in 2016 to Meghan and Harry. Click the links to parts 1, 2 and 3 of our story.
Wow. Okay, so that's that.
The Sun.
Oh, let's pause. Okay. So hopefully Harry is adding this information about Meghan and her family and friends to his claim. That's good, because these people are treasures. And this is what they're fighting now. They want to include it, and the paper don't want that to include. You can understand why. But let's pray Harry got what he wants. Okay, they are owned by the royal family. The sun is shining out now on November. Okay, so that's an ad. This is the same Sun newspaper that is advocating for Kate Middleton, aka Princess of Royal Privacy. British media is gutted like never before. It's so messed up. If they got hold of her social security number, that's a federal offense here in the US. The PI could go to jail. I think he should, in my opinion. I think it's step by step. Step by step. Let's see how that goes in the UK. This is why they want Harry back in the UK. Because these kind of things, it's step by step. Once he finished there, now Meghan, if Harry wins his case in the UK, Meghan could follow up with that as a booster to bring on a case in the US to show this is what happened in the UK, how the private PI have won the thing. So it's step by step. It's step by step. So this is why they're fighting so hard. They want Harry back in the UK. Okay, they want him back, not in the sense of coming to help or anything like that. They wanted to. Okay, he's fighting too hard with them. Nobody ever confronted him in that level. And this is why they're making the other brother dance like a freaking clown, doing all this nonsense. Whether or not his wife is truly missing, we don't know. So they're making him dance like a freaking clown. 1 minute he got out, who knows, he probably, in my humble opinion, discuss about how he's gonna work with that fake looking of a wife. And then they let TMZ, put it out there saying this is Kate and things like that. And then now TMZ was waiting until the UK, in my humble opinion, come out and confirm it. To say, yes, the palace has confirmed this is the Kate Middleton. Now TMZ went back and said, nah, we're looking at it again. We don't think it's Kate. And now to prove what AP has said, okay, that they don't trust the Kensington Palace, whatever coming out of the royal family, they're comparing them to North Korea and what's the other country? Iran. Okay, so the papers are making him look like a freaking idiot, untrustworthy because of his stupidity. If he had put his head together with his brother, worked toward the common good, because Harry was helping him. Harry was literally helping William. All the things that Harry was doing for the institution was not for Harry. Harry has no stake. There's nothing will be inherited to him unless all the people in front of him mysteriously disappear. Okay? So he was helping the brother and his family to get all the positive PR and everything, but he went and backstabbed him and then backstabbed his mother. There's no more backstab because the mama died, but betrayed his mother, saying the mother's paranoid and all of that. So the paper's making him dance like a freaking idiot. He doesn't see that. And there's Harry there fighting roadblock after roadblock, and thank God his mother, the universe is helping him in some shape or form. So let's continue. I have so much more. Alright, the sun is the lowest of the lowest. Seem appropriate they should scramble around in the dirt when they dirty themselves. Always have been and always will be. When in doubt, black a black woman or man, because it has always worked in the past. And again, those KKK clans group will believe anything negative as long as it isn't attached to Kate's name. Alright, so let's move on to the next tweet. Okay, I think that's another video. What is that? Okay, so what is that? Great interview with Crisis Comes expert Mally McPherson on why it's obvious KP is deflecting and hiding a bigger story. She says these are not conspiracy theories but legitimate question on a story that clearly has holes. Okay, so let's listen. 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I'm sorry, there will be screenshots. Okay, pay attention to the sound instead.
What is your opinion on how all these crazy theories are eroding the public's trust?
As a crisis communication strategist, I do not look at any of these theories as conspiracy theories. When the public starts asking questions, it means there are holes in the story that need to be filled. That is what's happening here. This is not about the internet run wild. This is not about the internet taking the fault or the blame. The royal family is acting like the Wild West right now, and there isn't any type of planning or transparent communication that is coming out of the palace. The video of...
Okay, so now listening to this, there's a video of a pastor, the Church of England. Oh my God. You know what? Let me just leave it the way it is. But keep this video in mind once I get to the video of the pastor. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tweets before I reached it. Okay, so let's finish listening to it.
Of the stroll between Prince William and what appears to be Kate Middleton is taken with the same, I believe, grain of salt as the Mother's Day photo of Kate Middleton with her 3 children. As a crisis communication strategist, the question I'm asking is not, is that Kate Middleton or not? I want to know, why did they agree to drop this type of video out there? My feeling is they knew it would cause a lot of chatter. And again, it seems like a deflection maneuver as opposed to trying to show everyone that Kate is alive and well.
Yeah.
Whenever I see moves that don't quite make sense, they feel like red herrings. To me, this signals that there is some type of cover. They do not want particular news to come out of Buckingham Palace, perhaps Kensington Palace. It seems that with the influx of narratives and the daily influx of narratives and hearing from anonymous sources, there is so much information we almost can't even keep track of it.
That's true. I agree with her. I watched full interview that you guys could go and check on YouTube. Okay, that's a great clip. Another aspect of this story is the inherent dishonesty of both William and Kate. How they move and operate is not befitting of their roles. They are bargain basement royals, zero integrity, zero code of conduct, and all chaos. They've been exposed in full global view and extremely well deserved. They asked for the spotlight. There it is. Excellent interview. Thanks for sharing. There's that here. I can't believe the Archbishop of Canterbury. This is what I was saying after listening to that lady. Maybe I should put that. Let me do it after I finish with some whatever's on the screen. It's worth sharing. Let me read bottom up. Such a great way to put it. The public is 100% entitled to ask questions about public servants. There's a difference between gossip and genuine concern during a crisis. The latter must be addressed. Exactly. Okay, I can't believe the Archbishop of Canterbury thought it necessary to scold those who have questioned Kate's health. Oh, wait, England doesn't believe in separation of church and state. Silly me. Okay, I'm not referring to anyone who illegally looked at her medical record. So let me look for that video. Okay, so I was looking at these comments. Okay, let me read bottom up. This is the last one that I read. Okay, nailed it, Mali. What is blowing my mind is KP is clearly taking the position that all the speculation currently being thrown around by the general public is somehow better than KP just coming out with the truth, good, bad, ugly, and that's wild. She makes good point. What are they covering up? And why do all these fake pics instead of just showing Kate alive and well? Okay, now that Archbishop has spoken, that's another red flag, probably the biggest one of all. I think Atmali McPherson needs to do another video. Okay, I agree. It is a deflection maneuver. They want to keep the chatter. They want to keep the chatter going, as do the BBC and Sky News. There is a huge story that they don't want coming out. All of this is a dead cat story. Possibly Murdoch is behind all of this. Could be. It could be. And this is what I'm saying. They're making them dance like a freaking clown. Such a great way to put it. The public is 100% entitled to ask questions about the public servants. Okay, I read this already. So let's go to the video of the priest, Canterbury. And he came out. He should be ashamed of himself. Let me pause it. He should be ashamed of himself. You know why? Because he did the same thing about Andrew. When they were trying to flunk Andrew into people's face when the Queen was alive, they sent him out to go and talk, spew some BS. And then meanwhile, I'm thinking, what about the children? Nobody's speaking on behalf of the children, what he did to the children. And now he's coming out to talk some BS. He has no credibility anymore. Okay, next tweet. He's like, 3 strike you out. For me, this is strike 2. They've pulled out the pastor now. So that's a retweet from Radio Times Radio. Alright, it's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot, and it's extremely unhealthy. The Most Reverend Justin Welby, Archbishop of Canterbury, blasts conspiracy theories about the Princess of Wales. Did he ever come out to speak on behalf of Meghan when they were bullying her? Did he? Or I didn't come across anything of him speaking on behalf of Meghan when he officiated her wedding. Oh my God, these people are evil over there. Shit, it's like the masks are coming off. Everybody, all key players are proving themselves. This is someone, and then Oh, this might be strike 3 because I remember there's something I was reading about him. He was not a priest for a very long time because he was doing business with some oil company in France or something. I think that's him. I shared that because I remember reading it. If I read it, I must have shared it in a recording. So he must have something to pay back. Some nonsense he probably did. And then cover himself, pretend he's a priest. I don't know. That's purely my opinion. Because this nonsense cannot come from a person who has compassion. Okay? Who seem to be, how will I say that? I guess representing the teaching of God or something like that. This is what I mean by these people. They cover all bases. They cover all bases. So their body is cool. You know, when there's an issue, you know, one base is already covered. And this one who's pretending to be a priest, yeah, they could come after me because a priest should not have this kind of nonsense going on out of his mouth, you know, advocating for a pedophile. Okay, God is always, you know, treating and protecting children, talking and on defense of a pedophile. And now the public is asking, where is Kate? Okay, let's assume she's alive. If she's alive, that's good. I'm only saying that because of the kids. Look what happened to Harry, who grew up without a mother. Okay, we will not want the same thing for the grandkids of Princess Diana. Okay, that's from my perspective here. Now, if she is alive, why all this nonsense? A simple picture, real picture with the metadata of the picture, just like Miss and Harriman, which I have, that will be on the other channel, have provided once they ask. Start criticizing about his work. So why all this nonsense? Okay, you're not being credible if this is what you are defending. If they're telling these people to dance like a freaking clown and you trying to talk on behalf of them or excuse for them for us to accept the BS, my goodness, what does that say about you? This is the thing you need to think about. Sheesh, making all these people dance like a freaking clown for a freaking devil. These people are devil. All right, let's read this here. It's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot and is extremely unhealthy. Okay, a simple true thing come out or have Kate talk and respond back and forth. Okay, not pre-recorded or whatever, you know, live, let people ask questions, because this is what they told Meghan instead of doing all this BS. The most reverend okay, I read all of this already, so let's listen to him. 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
People should be allowed to be ill, have an operation, whatever it is, and to live their lives in peace without everyone demanding that they prove something every other day.
Okay, I agree with you. That I have to give you credit for that. Yes. But where were you when they were saying all this about Meghan? Oh, it's our tax money. We need to see all of this. This other guy saying, oh, if you want privacy, go back to America. Where were you? All of this you saying, I agree, which is only 16 seconds so far. I agree. But where were you saying that for Meghan Markle? Where were you? So if this is how it is in the UK, because taxpayers is paying for her well-being, for her surgery, for all of this, why is she not showing up? Because people are asking the same way they were asking for Meghan Markle. She no longer live over there. This is why one of many reasons they left. Where were you in Meghan's defense for the same exact thing? Let's continue.
It's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot, and it's extremely unhealthy. It's just old-fashioned village gossip that can now go around the world in seconds.
Okay, if William stayed in his salty island and did not want to be globally statement, okay, come to the US, do this, and wants to be well known, and then flunk his business into our face, guess what? We will not care. He wanted us to know about him. Now we know about him. Now, what happened to his wife? I'm saying all of this, not that I care so much about Kate, because she's in the same category as you, but for the sake of those kids who has not shown their true personality yet. They are minors. What about, for the sake of them, who's speaking on behalf of those kids? The same thing with Prince Andrew. So people wants to know what happened to the kid's mother, because we already know what the institution have done to their grandmothers. Princess Diana.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against you?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife to the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
Okay, so let's continue.
We have to turn away from that. And it is, gossiping in that way is wrong.
Kate Middleton.
Okay, these things are wrong. And what are you doing on social media? What are you doing on social media to know all about this? Shouldn't you be helping the poor, feed the hungry, or read your Bibles? What are you doing on social media reading about this? Okay, the same thing with William. He's throwing BS and expect people to accept his BS. And we're saying, no, we have high quality values. Don't send us your nonsense and expect us to eat it up and without question.
Around her. I'm not going to ask you about her personally, because I know you won't answer that. I don't want to put you in that position. But I wonder if it points to a societal issue that we live in this world of frenzied conspiracy. I wonder if you're worried that compassion is being replaced by conspiracy. I wonder if the whole frenzy around Kate Middleton and her health and the validity of where she is and who she is and what she's doing, I wonder if that does point to a moral issue you might have a view on.
Well, that's a good question. The world, the little people, had moral. But the institution force feed us these nonsense. Look at the institution's history as they go around the world. Destruction after destruction after destruction. Now, people are saying, enough with that BS. And they still haven't learned from past experiences to at least try to change. But they want to feed us BS. They want to continue with their immoral behavior and expect us, including the person you're asking the question, because he had come out in public to speak on behalf of Prince Andrew, who have mistreated many young girls. They want to continue their immoral behavior.
As we're in this moment of transition, I think it's not unnatural that people are having conversations about the monarchy and the place of the monarchy in various countries, Canada included. And some of the recent polling is suggesting that there is a drop in the percentage of people who would like to see the monarchy continue. How do you deal with that as a family? And when we think about this duty, this role that the king has taken on, what kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting, because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
They want to continue their immoral behavior.
The king has taken on. What kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting, because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
And they want us to accept it. And we're saying, no, it's not good. So this guy better give up his robe as a priest, because this kind of thing, he should not be in the discussion of it. Unless if he wants to make sure, talk to the imposters, the immoral people, the institution, to change their ways. But he wants the rest of the world to accept the BS, change, to accept this stupidity. Are you freaking kidding me? This is the nonsense that they want us to accept. And mainstream media wants us to accept it. Every people of position of power, what was the term used in that article? What is it? Was it that? Position of responsibility. That's it. Okay, everyone in position of responsibility. That's the one. Everyone in position of responsibility. They want us to accept them, but people in position of responsibility are aligning with the immoral behavior. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Now you have a priest who's telling us to accept that and stop asking questions. What the F? Are you freaking kidding me? This is why my channel is not growing, because they want me to talk in the same line as their BS, for me to tell my viewers to accept this BS, and then that way I could make money off. Are you freaking kidding me? People are living in pain because of those behavior. It takes millions and millions of dollars for people to pay psychologists to help them change from those behaviors that these people are force feeding the public to accept. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, let's listen. I went on.
Thanks, Dick. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna move it back because let's put it about here, because he was asking him some questions.
I wonder if you're worried that compassion is being replaced by conspiracy. I wonder if a whole frenzy around Kate Middleton and her health and the validity of where she is and who she is and what she's doing, I wonder if that does point to a moral issue you might have a view on.
Thanks, Dick. Yes, it does. I think we are obsessed with conspiracy, and we have little sense of the humanity of those who are caught in the glare of the news. It doesn't matter who it is. People should be allowed to be ill, have an operation, whatever it is, and to live their lives in peace without everyone demanding that they prove something every other day.
You're public people, all of you. In that moment, you're public people. Stop your squealing about privacy.
It doesn't matter who it is. People should be allowed to be ill, have an operation, whatever it is.
We don't want to hear it.
And to live their lives in peace without everyone demanding that they prove something every other day.
Piers, if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
And people are allowed to question the BS that is being flunked into their faces. Don't you think? Don't you think this goes both ways? Yes, they're allowed to live their private, but they're flunking nonsense after nonsense in front of us, and they expect us to take it, and we're questioning their nonsense.
It's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot. And it's
like I was just saying, it's because they're flunking BS. They're telling us this is Kate, when you clearly have your eyes and your common sense to see this is not Kate, and they're telling us this is Kate. Are you freaking kidding me, Pris? Don't you have eyes for yourself? They're flunking videos and stupidity in front of us and say, here, take this. This is Kate. When you click, well, it might be Kate. It might be Kate, but it's not the version of Kate that he married. It might be a different Kate. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God, please, Lord, don't let anybody lose their common sense, especially their 5 senses. Wow. Let's continue with your BS.
It's extremely unhealthy. It's just old-fashioned village gossip that can now go around the world in seconds. We have to turn away from that, and it is gossiping in that way is wrong.
Nah, we're just questioning your BS, the BS that's coming out of that place. Okay, trying to find his interview about the treatment of Meghan. Thank you. And Harry over the past 8 years, doesn't seem to be one. Thank you. That's what I was saying. Where was he when they were mistreating Meghan? Where was he? Let me go into that. There's 9 coming. Okay, yes and yes, babe. Did he, beyond the statement about vows? That's what I was saying. Did he speak out about the abuse? I don't recall any, and I can't find any. That's why I ask. Okay, there's that. Wow. Okay, wow. I'd expect more from his position, but then Charles is head and Willie is behind him, are people that entrenched that they can stick up for anyone without fear. My God, I had liked him at Harry and Meghan wedding, but afterward he turned me off when he said they didn't say vow to each other before their wedding. They never said they got married before the actual day. I completely forgot about that too, where they pledged to love each other always. Then there was the Andrew statement. Thank you. Thank you. This guy needs to remove himself from that position. Okay? And this is why my mother's always forcing me, oh, the kids needs to go to church and do this every Sunday. And I'm not forcing my kids to, to go to church every day, because you're going to listen to those people in front of you. Okay? And then when you look at their behavior, it's going to have some psychology on those kids. The only thing I want my kids to do is all of their sacrament. Okay, the same thing that I did. I didn't see anything wrong after I did them. So I'm gonna, while they're young and I still have control of them, okay, like my youngest supposed to do his first communion this year, because I've been putting it off since COVID. He was supposed to do it a long time ago. But I want them to have their sacrament. After that, they could do anything. Okay, they don't have to go to church if they don't want to afterward, whatever. But the sacrament, the most sacred part when it comes to Catholic, I want them to do it. That way I could feel at peace because I did them. And except for the marriage part, because when I asked the church about to a small little prayer for me and my husband and stuff, and then because my husband is not Catholic, they didn't want to do it. So I said, fine, I'm not gonna make my husband change religion, because these people are immoral. Okay, we know what we have and we did what we need to do to stay together. Okay, but they want people to change, but they themselves are not changing. My goodness. Okay, so that's an ad and that's it. Let's go to the next tweet. I can't believe this guy. He needs to be off that bench, or I'm saying bench as if he's a judge, that position that he's in, because this immoral kind of thing, sticking up for people's doing bad thing, my God. So, next tweet. So far, the British royal family has been caught forging signature. This is what I'm saying. This is for whom he's standing up for. Okay, so far the British royal family has been caught forging signatures, photoshopping pictures, lying about medical records, and they are still protecting a nonce. Okay, bingo. This is what this guy, the priest, is protecting. Alright, I think it's safe to say that they also lied about those bogus bullying accusations they made against Meghan. Why do you think they keep the information private? If it was for their benefit, what do you think they will do? This thing will be flashing left and right all over the world. This is why they made it private, because it's not benefit. It was a false story. I don't even think they did any investigation because they know what they did. Alright, yep, it's all propaganda and lies, but like Meghan's unpopularity in the UK that's manufactured by bots, trolls, and their puppet press, some elderly may buy into it, but all you have to do is look at who buys her books and listen to her podcast. The UK and US are her biggest markets. Okay, her name was clear, but obviously the media only widely reported the unfounded claim to discredit her and incite more hate and abuse toward her. They obviously didn't proclaim her innocence after the fact proved it was all lies. Okay, also spent £8 million on portrait of King to send to school. Everyone knows that they lie. Of course they do. They lie and then refuse to release the proof of their claims. That's it. The same thing with the bullying claim. Okay, at this point, TMZ has more credibility than the monarchy. I think there's a video about that too. Okay, let's see here. Meghan Markle is moving on after her name is cleared by Buckingham Palace for a bullying investigation. Meghan's team insisted that these allegations were false and that the Sunday Times was being used by Buckingham Palace to peddle a wholly false narrative. They called the whole investigation a calculated smear campaign based on misleading and harmful misinformation. Meghan Markle's name has been cleared from bullying. Okay, so that's another one here. This is just what we do know. Think about what we don't know. Just because they're royals, the Kate mess won't hurt them. They're still respected as they live a lavish, tax-free life paid for by the peasant. The peasant will continue ignoring their bad deeds and bow as they walk by. Okay, forging signatures, 100%. Okay, let's see here. For sure. But one, it was a preemptive lie. William and staff were terrified of what Harry and Meghan will say to Oprah. 2. The demeanor and reaction of a hardworking boss when confronted by huge staff incompetence and laziness might be interpreted by a lazy, entitled employee as bullying. Okay, look what's coming out of the palace right now. It's nonsense after nonsense, and the world is calling them out. Okay, what are you talking about? Please provide all of this. Okay, Ghislaine is protecting all nonsense actually and doing time for them. No comparison. Okay, so let's go to the next one. That's kind of a true, that comment, because she's in jail right now. She didn't open her mouth. Next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. Reuters photo editors have found that there were 8 places where the pictures have been clearly altered by digital cloning. Reuters is updating its procedures relating to vetting images from Kensington Palace after confirming a second altered photograph. Like I was saying before, once the first picture, the Mother Day picture of Kate, was determined to be false, and I was like, what about pictures prior to that? How have they been approved? So anything that's coming out of these people now, it's like, forget it. This, the moment it came out, the squad were talking about it. It was fake. Not by me, but from tweets. And I think I've shared these with you. Something strange about this one too. William will have to be leaning very far forward for his arm to be in front of Charles when he's standing farther back. Yeah, you could, yeah. They have time to manufacture. I'm telling you, but those people they hired, are they hiring them to manufacture things instead of doing things that's supposed to be done? To create that narrative kind of thing. Oh my Lord. But let's give, what's the youngest son of the Queen? The ardent production guy. Edward. Okay, at least he was trying to get into the business of production, but these people, they're doing it in real life. Okay, dishonest fraud. Kate Middleton's photo of Queen Elizabeth surrounded by royal children was manipulated, photo agency says. Okay, they're blaming everything on her. I don't think it's her. I'm sorry. They're putting her name on it. This is what happened when you don't put a stop to nonsense that they're throwing at you. I don't think she did that. They're just throwing her name in it. Okay, this is someone who married into the institution. You think, all right, they would give her that much power to release and decided to bring all these kids together to take that picture? Don't they have a photographer to do all of this? Okay, don't they work with their people to take photos for them? I'm laughing at this not because the man is falling. I'm laughing at Charles. He saw the man falling. He didn't come quick enough, his reaction, to help the guy from, prevent him from hitting his head. He just could, there's his hand reaching out. The guy is falling, is going out of conscious. He can only, pull his hand for the guy while the guy is unconscious. This is what I'm laughing about. Not the guy falling. I hope he's okay. But it's Charles. They're not there to help anybody. And there's this photographer that Charles is working with. What's his name? Something Edward. Sir Edward. Okay? He has his photographer working with him when he goes to an engagement. And both of them are not even there to help anything. Look at the photographer. You would have thought, okay, I understand there are other people there helping. Okay, look at Charles looking at the photographer, Sir Edward, to make sure, to capture the moment, to show as if he was helping. They're just there for a photo app. They're not there for the people. Perfect example. Look at Charles. Okay, the guy is on the floor, but Charles is looking at the photographer, taking picture of him to make sure to capture that for whatever narrative they're gonna spew to the people in the future. Alright, so that's what I'm talking about. They work with their photographer to do their thing for them, and you think they're gonna blame Kate? You know, this is Kate doing. They had a narrative going, so they put these pictures together and then blame it on Kate. Now, because it's a negative thing, they're blaming it on Kate. Perfect example is that when they first put out the family photo of Kate with the kids, who did they say took the picture? They said it was William. It was a nice thing. But they didn't know the reaction of the public. And then they quickly switch it over. So, you know, they remove William out of the frame of the narrative that they were going about, and then blame everything on Kate. Whether Kate is alive or not. What happened? Okay, if she's alive, great. That's great for the kid, for the sake of the kids. But why all those lies and blaming it on her? And they need to put her out, do a Q&A at some point. Well, time will tell, because they can't hide her forever. She's gonna have to go on engagement at some point. Okay, so if she's alive, that is great. All people are asking, okay, based on things that they're putting out, there's reaction after that. People look at the things that the palace put out. We look at it, and those who have, thank God, they have their common sense, they have their eyes, they question it. And then the palace is blaming them, the people, for there to question the BS that they're spewing out. If it was real, guess what? Everybody will move on. But they're force feeding people nonsense, and they expect us to take it. We're just questioning the BS that they're spewing. Okay? So them blaming Kate for all those images and this and that, No, they have their photographers. Someone is trying to create a narrative, okay, to feed the people. Because there were headlines that were already saying Kate doesn't want to, I don't know, wants to step back or whatever. There was a narrative going on. All these pictures were adding up to that. But once they start putting fake images, people question it. They can't move forward to continue with their narrative. All right? Again, if she's alive, that's great. I'm going based, okay? Just based on the pictures that they are putting out. That's it. I don't know if she's alive, if she's dead, or none of that. They put a picture and then we react on it. That's all it is. Okay, after this, there's an ad. After this, that's it. And the embarrassment continues. Also, everyone being willfully obtuse can save it. Editing a photo within reason is one thing. Putting people together who were never in a room together to create a story is entirely different. And this is the problem that those things are having. Okay, those industries. Okay, I'm exactly an hour. So I'm gonna stop now this video. Look like I'm gonna have 3 videos. I can't believe this. This is what I've done so far. So I will do another video. Okay, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So, someone just subscribed. Let's see. What did I say? I want to see change. Okay, so this one changed. I just saw it change. Oh, the money. Let's see if it changed. 205. Okay, so we'll see in the next video. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 2.
great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.